Paulding's Democrats gathered for a rally Saturday at their headquarters and were pumped in their hopes for victory by Labor Commission candidate Robbin Shipp, who stopped by the event. Ms. Shipp laid the state's nation-leading and utterly dismal unemployment rate on failures by the Republican hierarchy under the Gold Dome, citing untold millions, even billions of federal dollars in employment assistance and health care that were just ignored and left on the table by the state's Republican leadership. Mrs. Shipp predicted Georgians would choose Democrats on Tuesday and return the state to the path of progress it enjoyed in the decades before Republicans took over. Yes.
Now seek to expand my territory. I can't get there without you. And without you, we can't get an increase to the minimum wage. We can't get pay equity for women. And we can't get a labor department that serves all of its citizens. So I thank you for what you're doing. I thank you for what you have done, and I thank you for what you will do to get us to that victory on November the 4th. And I'm available for questions if you have any.
Big hand for Robbin. Stand proud for
Thank you. Any questions?
Yeah, what is the biggest thing that you're going to try and do if you get elected? First off, most important priority.
When I'm elected.
Okay.
I think the first thing that I'll do is reach out to the U.S. Department of Labor. We were just advised through an announcement, a press release, that the federal government has created a renewable energy jobs training program for our veterans who are going to be a part of this huge drawdown that's expected to occur in 2015. And I want to make sure that Georgia and our kids who are returning from their service in the U.S. military have an opportunity to participate in that program. So I suspect that that'll be the first thing that I do. There's a lot of opportunity for job training and job creation through the U.S. Department of Labor that the incumbent, who I look forward to his being a one-term incumbent, has not given us access to. He's not reached out for that support. So I'm going to reach out for every single tax dollar that the federal government is willing to return to Georgia, and I'm going to make sure that it's implemented in the service of Georgians who are out of work, who are underemployed, and in particular those who are chronically unemployed.
How many millions of dollars do you figure he left on the table?
Well, what I know for certain, the governor, Nathan Deal, created a new agency that was enacted in legislation for voc rehab services. That left $30 million on the table. There was a work share program that we did not apply for the funds for. That's $6 million. There's another program where the private sector and government have joined together to give folk who were jobless an opportunity to become job makers by helping them develop businesses. That's for the chronically unemployed. I believe that one of the pilots is in Oregon, and if I'm not mistaken, that's approximately $2 million. So are you getting the idea? I mean, there are millions of dollars at stake that we could be utilizing for unemployed, underemployed, and chronically unemployed Georgians that we have not attempted to tap into.
Well, hopefully you get elected and we'll get some of that effort.
Absolutely.
I have a question for Ms. Shipp.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any idea of the numbers of people that have lost their jobs due to Governor Nathan Deal not expanding the ACA here in Georgia and allowing the exchanges to open? Has this cost jobs, and do you have any idea how many jobs have been cost because of that?
Great question. In addition to the $31 billion that the Affordable Care Act expansion would have brought to the state, it's estimated that approximately 78,000 jobs would have been created as a result of that. So that's 78,000 that's gone. But the rest of that is it would have had a spin-off effect. right. Where new businesses would have been created to sustain the expansion of the Affordable Care Act into the state of Georgia. So just hard numbers, the best we can tell is 78 million, but we think that, I'm sorry, 78,000, but we think that there's an additional 20,000 in residual benefit to individuals as it relates to jobs. That was also lost. So we're looking at around 100,000, some give or take.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Okay.
Any other questions? No.
Big hand for Robbin.
Thank you. Thank you. And we're fired up and we're ready to go. So, yeah, it's going to be a late night, Tuesday night. I don't know if you all are doing watch parties down
we'll be
here,
here.
but it's going to be a late night because this is going to be razor close. But our early voting totals are wonderful. We have exceeded our 2010
That's
numbers.
Right. That's right. We've done that in Paulding County too.
Yes, wonderful. And we still don't know what happened on Friday. I saw a picture for DeKalb County in particular at one early voting location where the line was wrapped around itself. There were so many people in line. And this was at 5:45 in the evening. So it's going to be a late night. But we're looking for some really big wins, some big upsets.
So for all practical purposes, because we have a low turnout during off years,
Right.
we can expect that those are our folks, right? That's a reasonable expectation.
I think it's
think it's both?
I think it's African American, it's minority community, but
Well, I
it's
mean
also
Democrats. All
Democrats.
yeah,
That's exactly what
Yeah.
I was going to say. It's across the board.
Right, right.
So but people are engaged on a level that I don't think we've seen since 2008.
Yeah,
The excitement level is just incredible. And I commend all of you all. Because if it was not for the Paulding County Dems or the Whitfield County Dems or
Ground
the
game.
Lowndes County, the ground game, the grassroots efforts, that is what is getting us to this success on the 4th. So I applaud you all and I thank you very much.
Well, thank you for coming.
For Paulding.com, G. Patton Hughes reporting.